Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. For today's topic, the MBBS exams love this question. What's the one difference between a nucleoside and a nucleotide? It is simple. Nucleoside includes base and a sugar, whereas nucleotide includes base, sugar, and a phosphate molecule. Just one phosphate changes everything in biochemistry. So let's start with the introduction of the nucleic acid metabolism. Let us first understand the bases present in the nucleic acids. DNA contains 4 nitrogenous bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. RNA also contains adenine, guanine, and cytosine, but instead of thymine, you have uracil. Remember the important base pairing rules. In DNA, adenine pairs with thymine, whereas guanine pairs with cytosine. Likewise, in RNA, the adenine pairs with uracil and the guanine pairs with the cytosine. So, the adenine and guanine are the purines, whereas the thymine, cytosine, and the uracil are pyrimidines. This complementary base pairing is extremely important because it maintains the stability and accurate replication of the genetic material. Now, let us move to the nucleosides. A nucleoside is formed when a nitrogenous base combines with a pentose sugar. A very important point here is that there is no phosphate group in a nucleoside. So remember, base plus sugar equals to nucleoside. Nucleosides may contain ribose or deoxyribose as the sugars. Depending on the combinations, we have the following examples like adenosine and deoxyadenosine, guanosine, deoxyguanosine, cytidine or deoxycytidine, and uridine is present in the RNA while thymidine is present in the DNA. This is one of the most commonly asked conceptual differences in the exams. Now coming to nucleotides. A nucleotide is basically a nucleoside with a phosphate molecule attached. So base plus sugar plus phosphate equals to nucleotide. Examples include adenosine monophosphate, guanosine monophosphate, cytidine monophosphate, and uridine monophosphate. A nucleotide has 3 major components: a nitrogenous base, a pentose sugar, and a phosphate group. Nucleotides are the basic structural units of DNA and RNA. The nitrogenous base is attached to the first carbon of the pentose sugar via the N-glycosidic bond, whereas the phosphate group is attached to the 5' carbon of the pentose sugar via the phosphoester bond. These are the two types of bonds you have to remember in a nucleotide. Now next, coming to the nitrogenous bases. The nitrogenous bases are of two types: purine bases and pyrimidine bases. First, we will be talking about the purine bases. The purines are a double ring structure, a 6-membered pyrimidine ring fused to a 5-membered imidazole ring. The main purines are adenine and guanine, whereas minor purines include hypoxanthine and xanthine. A very easy memory tip here is that purines are larger because they contain 2 rings. So 2 ring structures, if you see, you can consider them as purines. Now next, coming to pyrimidines. Pyrimidines have a single ring structure. The main pyrimidines are cytosine, thymine, and uracil. Remember, thymine is mainly present in the DNA while uracil is present in the RNA. The minor pyrimidines include 5-methyl cytosine and dihydrouracil. The next components are the pentose sugar and the phosphate group. First, let's talk about the pentose sugar. 2 sugars are found in the nucleic acids, ribose and 2-deoxyribose. Ribose is present in the RNA while deoxyribose is present in the DNA. The key difference is at the 2' carbon atom. The ribose contains an hydroxyl group, whereas deoxyribose contains only the hydrogen. Now coming to the phosphate groups. 1 or more phosphate groups may attach to the pentose sugar, usually at the 5' carbon. Depending on the number of phosphate groups, the nucleotides are classified as monophosphates, diphosphates, or triphosphates. The examples include AMP, ADP, and ATP, adenosine monophosphate, adenosine diphosphate, and adenosine triphosphate. Now let's discuss about the functions of the nucleotides. Nucleotides have several extremely important functions in the body. The first, they act as structural components of DNA and RNA. Secondly, the ATP and GTP, they function as energy-rich molecules. Third, nucleotides are present in the coenzymes like NAD, NADP, FAD, and coenzyme A. The fourth function includes cyclic nucleotides like cyclic AMP, cyclic GMP. They act as second messengers inside the cells. The fifth function being ATP and ADP, they regulate many metabolic reactions. Then the sixth function is nucleotides form activated intermediates such as UDP glucose in the glycogen synthesis and CDP choline in the phospholipid synthesis. Finally, the GTP is essential during the protein synthesis, especially during the translation for energy purposes. So these are the 7 functions of the nucleotides. Now let us understand about the nucleoside triphosphates or NTPs. These molecules contain 3 phosphate groups. Examples are ATP, GTP, CTP, and UTP. And their deoxy forms include DATP, DGTP, DCTP, and DTTP. Now coming to the functions of the nucleoside triphosphates. The ATP is the major energy currency of the cell. It provides energy for muscle contraction, active transport, and biosynthetic reactions. NTPs and DNTPs are also precursors for nucleic acid synthesis. The RNA synthesis uses ATP, GTP, CTP, and UTP. Even the DNA synthesis uses DATP, DGTP, DCTP, and DTTP. During the protein synthesis, the GTP provides energy for the translation. Then UTP also participates in the glycogen synthesis, while CTP participates in the phospholipid synthesis. Now, cyclic nucleotides. What are cyclic nucleotides? They are special nucleotides in which the phosphate forms a cyclic bond with the sugar. The 2 important cyclic nucleotides are cyclic AMP and cyclic GMP. The ATP is converted to cyclic AMP by the enzyme adenylate cyclase. Likewise, GTP is converted to cyclic GMP by guanylate cyclase. Now let us see their functions. Cyclic AMP acts as intracellular secondary messenger. Its functions include mediating the hormone action, glycogen breakdown, lipolysis, and activation of protein kinase A. And the hormones that use the cyclic AMP include glucagon, ACTH, TSH, and PTH. Now coming to the cyclic GMP. Cyclic GMP is important for smooth muscle relaxation, visual signal transduction, and nitric oxide signaling. Finally, let us summarize the most important differences between nucleosides and nucleotides. A nucleoside contains a base and a sugar, whereas a nucleotide contains base, sugar, and phosphate. So the key difference here is the phosphate group. Nucleosides do not contain the phosphate group, while nucleotides, they contain the phosphate group. Example of nucleoside is adenosine, and adenosine monophosphate is an example of nucleotide. So remember this one-line concept. Add phosphate to a nucleoside, it becomes a nucleotide. So these are the basics of nucleic acid metabolism. In the next video, we will discuss about purine synthesis pathway. If you like the video, do subscribe to the channel and see you in the next one.